Good evening, students. Today we are studying the second chapter, that is components of food. In chapter 1 we are studied different type of foods that we eat, and also we are studied different types of food that occurs in different regions. Okay, today we are studying the components of food. Dear students, as you know, a meal could consist of chapati, dal and brinjal curry, and another may be rice, sambar, and vegetable preparation of lady's finger is also called bindi, and another meal could be appam, fish curry and vegetables. Okay, here we are using daily here different meals. Okay, here activity 1, our meals usually have at least one item made of some kind of grains, and other items could be dal or fish of meat and vegetables. It may be also include items like curd, butter, milk and pickles. And some examples of meals from different regions they are given in table 2.1. Okay, as you know, dear student, in the state Punjab, the Punjab is famous. The Punjab in Punjab, the famous item of grain is that is makki, also called corn. Then famous item of dal is rajma, also called kidney beans, and vegetables sarson saag, mustard leaf curry. Then others are curd and ghee. Similarly, in Andhra Pradesh, the main item of grain is rice, and item of dal is tur dal and rasam. And vegetables are kunduru, also called dondakai, and others are buttermilk, ghee, pickle, and avocado. Then here, as you know, dear students, here different regions have different kinds of foods or different types of crops. Then sometimes we may not really have all this variety in our meals. Means we are not eat the same food okay daily. If we are traveling, we may eat whatever is available on the way. It may not be possible for some of us to eat such a variety of items most of the time. We are not eating daily the same type of food. There must be some reason through why meals usually consist of such a distribution. Do you think that our body needs different kinds of food for special purposes? Yes, our body needs for different works, different foods are required. Then what do different food items contain? Okay, here different food contains different components. Okay, as you know that each dish is usually made up of one or more ingredients. For example, for making idli that requires urad dal, then rice, salt, water. Okay, these are the ingredients. Okay, which we get from plants or animals, and these ingredients contain some components that are needed by our body. These components are called nutrients. Means the components those are needed for our body, those are called nutrients. Means the food contains nutrients. The major nutrients in our body are named carbohydrate, proteins, fats, vitamins and mineral. In addition to this, dietary fiber and water. These are the nutrients of food. Then, do all foods contain all these nutrients? All food contains all the nutrients means the same food contains all the type of nutrients? No. Some simple methods we can test whether cooked food or raw ingredient contains one or more of these nutrients. Means some food contains some nutrients and other food contains other nutrients. And sometimes maybe the food contains all the nutrients. Then we go for the test for presence of carbohydrates, proteins, fats, okay, in a food. Then here for test for presence of carbohydrate, proteins and fats that requires some solution for the test of presence of carbohydrate or starch, protein and fats. Let us study the solutions, how you prepare the solutions for the test. Okay, here first one, a dilute solution. Okay, here these are the solution required for the test for carbohydrate, test for protein and test for fats. Here first one, how you preparing a dilute solution of iodine. Okay, here dilute solution of iodine can be prepared by adding a few drops of tincture iodine. Here tincture iodine means that contains alcohol and iodine. To test tube and half filled with water means tincture iodine plus little amount of water. Okay, that gives a dilute solution of iodine. And another one solution that required for the test is here copper sulfate solution. It can be prepared by dissolving 2 gram of copper sulfate in 100 millimeter of water. Okay, another one solution that required for the test, that is 100 gram of caustic soda dissolved in 100 ml of water makes the required solution of caustic soda. These three are the solution. Those are the required for test for carbohydrate, proteins and fats. Okay, now let us study the different test for different nutrients. First one, the test for starch or carbohydrate. As you know, dear students, here let us begin with testing different food items to if they contain carbohydrates. As you know, dear students, here carbohydrates are sweet in taste. There are many types of carbohydrates. The main carbohydrates found in our food are in the form of starch and sugars. Then we can easily test out if a food item contains starch. Okay, a test for starch here. Okay, take a small quantity of food item or a raw ingredient and add 2-3 drops of iodine solution, okay, on it, and observe after few minutes it changes the color, turns to blue black color. Here the color changes to blue black color. That blue black color indicates that the presence of the starch or carbohydrate in a food. This is the test for starch. Similarly, dear student, the test for the proteins. Take a small quantity of food that item for testing. If the food you want to test is a solid, you first need to make a paste or a powder to it. Then grind or mash the small quantity of food item. Put some of these in a clean test tube and add 10 drops of water to it and shake the test tube. Now using a dropper add 2 or 3 drops of copper sulfate solution and 10 drops of sulfate of caustic soda. It gives yellow color. Yellow color means it indicates that what? Yellow color indicates that the presence of the protein in the food in the small quantity of food that we taken. Dear students, we have studied two tests. Those are test for starch or carbohydrate, test for proteins. Those are very simple. Once again, I will recall the test of starch here. Okay, here what? Take a given sample of food and add 2-3 drops of iodine solution. If that food color changes to blue black color, that blue black color indicates that the presence of the starch or carbohydrate in a given food. Similarly, test for protein. Okay, here take a small quantity of food and add 2-3 drops of caustic soda solution and add solutions of copper sulfate. That color changes to violet color. Okay, that violet color indicates that the presence of the protein is in a given food. Okay, next test for fats. Okay, this test also very simple. It is take a small quantity of food item and wrap it with a piece of paper, and afterwards you open the piece of paper. Then you observe that a oily patch appears on the paper. Through that oily patch we can see the light faintly. Okay, here that patch, oily patch, indicates that the presence of the fats in a given food. Then we are studied, students, different types of test for different nutrients. Then we tested food items for 3 nutrients. Those are what? Carbohydrates, proteins and fats. There are also some other nutrients also there. Those are like vitamins, minerals that are present in a different food items. Then what do various nutrients do for our body? Here our body requires different types of nutrients to work. Okay, here carbohydrates are mainly provide energy to our body. Fats also give some energy, and in fact fats use more energy compared to the same amount of carbohydrates. Here food containing carbohydrates and fats are called energy giving foods. Here fats and carbohydrates are called energy giving foods. As you know, dear students, proteins are needed for the growth and repair of our bodies. And dear students, protein foods are called body building foods. Okay, here proteins are called body building foods. Vitamins helps in protecting our body against the diseases. Okay, vitamins also helps in keeping our eyes, bones, teeth and gums healthy. Vitamins are different kinds of known by different names. Some of these are given: vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and K. There is also a group of vitamins called vitamin B complex. Our body needs all type of vitamins in a small quantities. Vitamins A keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Okay, here main function of vitamin A that keeps our skin and eyes healthy. Whereas vitamin C helps the body to fight against the many diseases. Vitamin C helps body to fight against many diseases. Whereas vitamin D helps our body to use calcium for bones and teeth. Foods that are rich in different vitamins are as shown in the figure. Okay, this figure here soya beans, then here some sources of proteins and some sources of vitamins. They have given here proteins. Okay, here soya bean, peas, meat, fish, paneer, eggs. These give the proteins. These are the source of proteins. Whereas here some source of vitamin A are, those are milk, fish oil, mango, carrot. Okay, these are the source of vitamin A. Then source of vitamin B, those are wheat, liver. Okay, these are the source of vitamin B. Whereas source of vitamin C are orange, tomato, then guava, green chili, lemon, amla. These are the sources of vitamin C. Then sources of vitamin D are liver, egg, fish. Okay, these are the sources of vitamin D. And also other than vitamins also minerals are also needed for our body to small amounts. Each one is essential for proper growth of body to maintain a good health. Some sources of different meals are they are given in the figure 2.20. Most food items usually have more than one nutrient. As you know, dear students, all food contains some types of nutrients. You have noticed this while recording your observation in table 2.2. However, in a given raw material, one particular nutrient may be present in much larger quantity than in other. For example, rice has more carbohydrate than the other nutrients. Thus, we say that rice is called carbohydrate rich source of food. Okay, here carbohydrate rich source of food here. Rice is called carbohydrate rich source of food. Beside this nutrients, our body need dietary fibers and water. Okay, these are also nutrients. Here dietary fiber and water are also nutrients. Okay, those are also necessary for our body. Dietary fibers also known as refuges. Okay, here refuges is mainly provided by the plant products in our foods. Whole grains, those are contained in whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh foods and vegetables are main source of refuges. Okay, here main source of refuges are whole grains, pulses, potatoes, fresh foods and vegetables. Okay, these are the main sources of refuges. Okay, here refuges does not provide any nutrient to our body, but it is essential component of our food that adds to this bulk, and this helps to our body get rid of the undigested food. Means it prevents the undigested food, get rid of the undigested food. Then some sources of iodine. Okay, here ginger is the source of iodine. Okay, then milk, it is the source of milk, banana, rice. Okay, these are the source of phosphorus. Then some sources of iron. Okay, here apple, okay, liver, these are the source of iron. Then source of calcium, what here, eggs, milk. Okay, these are the source of calcium. And dear students, the another nutrient that is very essential to our body is that is water. Okay, here water helps our body to absorb nutrients from food. It also helps in throwing out some waste from our body as urine and sweat. Normally, we get most of the water that our body needs from the liquids we drink, such as water, milk, tea. Okay, these are the contains water. In addition, we add water to most cooked foods. Let us see if there is any other sources which provides water to our body. Okay, here activity 3. Take a tomato or fruit like lemon, cut into small pieces. Do your hands get wet while doing so? Yes. Carefully observe whenever vegetables and fruits are being cut, peeled, then grated or mashed at your home. Do you find any fresh vegetables or fruits that do not contain some amount of water? Yes, all vegetables, those are also contains water. We see that many food materials themselves contain water. To some extent, our body needs are made by this water. Apart from this, we also add water while cooking many food items.